Hey folks, Internet Dude here. Hey, I'm trying out a new mic, so hopefully this works okay. But today in the shop I've got my very fine AMC Eagle here, the good one, in the shop, and we are going to fix that hoopty looking window. So I've got a replacement power window motor, and let's get to it. So it's obviously in really bad shape. The guy just had actually some pretty quality plastic and some, mediocre quality duct tape holding that together. That was the previous owner that did that. So fortunately, the previous owner already did little diagnostics in here and has the door panel off, easier access for me. We can see the windows in the down position. I don't know if it'll move, but we'll see. So down here is the motor. Let me grab it. I already took out the motor and I tried to repair it and I was not able to. So I bought a new motor, but there's part of the old motor you can see, and I don't think you can make it out, but back behind here there's some fasteners and we can't reach those fasteners while it's attached. So you'll probably have similar situation. You're gonna have to take out some of the window regulator rivets. There's two here and I believe one more there. My plan is I'm gonna take these two out and then try and reach in and disconnect that motor. So to do that, what you do is you take a punch and you put it on the center of that rivet and you punch out the center, okay? And then you take a 1/4-inch drill bit and you drill partway through until the rivet separates. So I'm gonna go do that and we'll go from there. Okay, well, drilling out the bottom two rivets did not loosen that bracket up enough. One thing I did, which is a good idea, is I just put a piece of duct tape, ran it up to the top of the door frame in case the glass doesn't fall, but I'll have to drill out that next one now. Okay, so in the end I wound up drilling out that third rivet, and then there was a nut here, so I undid that nut, and that allowed this whole mechanism to come down. So I'll be able to reach in there. But just to demonstrate to you, here's the new power window motor. It looks a little bit different, but it will bolt on the same way. There's two nuts on here and a smaller one down here. And so that's kind of where it is right now. We just need to undo those 3 fasteners, and then we can swap that out. In this case, it's just 3/8 sizes. So I'll see if I can get in there well enough for you. Oh, okay, I was able to move it over a little more. There's one. All right, so I held the new motor into place and looks like it's going to work. They recommend putting some grease on the gear. Well, on the other part too, but I can't reach it all that well. So I'm going to put a bit of grease just on here. It's just synthetic grease. They say you can use lithium grease too. It's just what I have handy, so put some of that on there, spread it around. And now it came with new fasteners, so we're going to use the new fasteners in here. Get it into place. Might have to wiggle it a little bit, maybe, just to line up the gear. Get the nuts started. These are locking nuts. They're knurled there, so they're not going to fall out. Shouldn't work themselves loose at all. Okay, those are nice and snug. Throw the last one in. Okay, I think you can see that. I've got all 3 fasteners in place. So the next step, I'm just going to lift all of this up. All right, so I'm just going to try and lift this whole mechanism back and line it up here so I can get the one nut on over here, which I think will push the glass up, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I put that one nut in place. Now, I can't quite, oh, I guess I can move it a little bit to line it up. It would be nice to throw in at least one of those rivets. Need to lift the glass up now, just to line that up. So I'm gonna retape the glass. Okay, good. So now, I want to put one rivet in out of the 3 just to be able to wire it up and test it. What you'll want is these rivets. They're 1/4 inch window regulator rivets, and you'll need a bigger than a typical rivet gun to fit these on. All right, so I bought this rivet gun off of Amazon. It's a big jammer, and I'll put a link to it. But I guess there's a reason that you get a package of 3 rivets from that kit, because typically you'll need 3. So what you do is you kind of open the arms here a bit, make sure you got the right tip in the end here, and then slip it in there all the way down. So then you put it in the hole so it goes through, and then you just it'd be nice if I had something to hold that forward. I'm just going to try and hold that with my hand, and I'll use my knee or something here on the other arm of this. So then you just squeeze these together. Oh, you know what would help? If I had this tightened more, that would help. That would help make sure it's all in the right place. Okay, that's snug. Now we'll try this again. Yeah, that moves a lot less now. So put that in, just squeeze. And I think it's working. So then release, put it back down, squeeze again. And it just snapped off, so there'll be a little piece in here that'll fall out. Or I could have tipped it the other way and it'll fall into this container. So let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice and sturdy. So next up, we'll test that wiring before I worry about putting the other 2 rivets in just yet. Okay, so normally what you'd do is you would cut this harness off the old motor and you would wire it up. And they actually tell you the wire colors. They say connect the red wire lead to the purple lead in the factory harness, and connect the yellow wire to the green lead. What I've done is I've just gone ahead and put spade terminals on just for testing. So we'll connect this up. I'm actually going to connect it backwards in theory. I don't know. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, I got to take my tape off. Should be safe. Should be safe to take my tape off up there. Okay. Now, part of the reason for this too is that the power window switch only actually works in the down position. It doesn't work in the up. So let me push the switch and see if anything happens. Oh, sweet. Good stuff. See, so pushing the switch the other way doesn't work. So now if we swap these 2 wires, in theory, I should be able to go down. Yep. and not back up. So anyway, that shows you the process. I'm going to go back now and put those last 2 rivets in, and I'm going to continue looking at that wiring. I just thought it might be helpful to show you typically what it entails to change out a power window motor. You could probably optionally use bolts with nuts in place of the rivets, but the rivets are a permanent solution and they're never going to loosen up. So I'll end the video there. I hope you liked it. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll probably do some other videos on this AMC Eagle project, but that was a big step for me, is to make it a lot less like a hoopty, and I'll get this window cleaned up and fixed, and gonna take a look at that wiring now. So thanks for watching.